It is time to get back in the ring. In 2 weeks I will be fighting again with only 2 weeks of training camp, and I'm ready to win. And in this video I'm going to share with you 3 ways how to be always ready to fight when the opportunity comes. So let's get started. In the fighting world, we don't always know when we are going to fight, and that's why it's really important to stay in a good shape, to constantly training, because we don't know when the phone is going to ring and the opportunity comes and maybe you're not that ready. And that's why the first thing you must do is to constantly training. Not to your 100% potential, but to 80% potential is sufficient enough, because when the opportunity comes and you know you are going to fight in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you will bump your trainings and you will already be ready to fight. Because if you're doing every day consistent training, you will sharpen your tools. Think a little bit about this example. Let's say we are going to do 500 push-ups today, and the next set we are going to do it only in a few weeks, because we are going to be tired and we are going to have to recover from those 500 push-ups that we are going to do in one set. But if you're going to do 50 push-ups every day for the entire month, you're going to have 3 times more push-ups than if you're just doing one set of 500 push-ups. And that's the power of consistent training. If you're training daily, you're sharpening your tools, you're sharpening your techniques, your timing and everything, doing the trainings every day, not to 100% every day, because you cannot go 100% every day. It's really tiring. Your body needs to rest. But if you're working out 3 or 4 times per week in your off season, it's really good enough if the opportunity comes, because you're going to start doing 5 or 6 or 7 times per week trainings, and you will bump a little bit your workouts, but you're going to be already in a good shape if you're training consistently. That's why if you really want to fight, to get in the ring, you must be consistently training. It's hard because it's the routines, you're doing almost the same thing every training, you're kicking, you're punching, but with each punch, with each kick, with each knee thrown on the heavy bag, on the pads, on the sparring sessions, you will get better and better sense of how to throw it, when to throw it, your timing and so on. That's why it's really important to be consistent with your training if you want to be always ready to fight. If you want to fight, because not everyone will want to fight. If you're just doing for yourself, for your body, 2 or 3 times per week, it's really great. If you're training 5 times per week, it will be super great. You will see real improvements by the end of each month. But if you want to fight, you must be consistently training and improving your technique. Then that's why the second thing is sparring sessions. You must focus on doing at least 1 sparring sessions per week, because the sparring sessions are one of the most important parts in the preparation of a fighter, because there in the sparring sessions you sharpen your technique, your timing, when to hit, what to hit. You will have different opponents, and when you're fighting different opponents, you will diversify your strategies and timing and so on, and you're training your eye to see punches, kicks, to check. And doing this sparring sessions each week, once per week, it will help you be ready for when the fight will come, because the sparring session is almost like a fight, because you're fighting with your opponent and you don't have a routine, you don't have a drill that you're doing with him. And in the sparring sessions, if you're doing a little bit hard with 1 or 2 opponents, you will feel the adrenaline and you will be really focused and engaged in that sparring sessions. I'm doing every week a sparring session, a hard sparring sessions, and I'm doing light sparring sessions during the week, because that helps me with my timing, with my precision, with the strikes, and I'm focusing when to hit and the precision and timing, as I said earlier. So that's why it's really, really important to do at least 1 sparring sessions per week. And you cannot do all of this if you don't have a good diet, if you don't eat as clean as possible. Yes, if you don't eat as clean as possible, you won't be able to train, you won't be able to work out, because you will feel sluggish from the food you eat. If you're eating fast food, you're drinking, you're eating a lot of garbage, your body will feel like a garbage. Your body is a machine. If you take care of this machine, if you're taking good care of this body, your body will help you in your fight game. That's why I always try to eat as clean as possible. I don't say I don't go to events or I don't go to birthday parties or some parties, but that's only once per month. And if I want once per week, I will eat a pizza or a burger. I don't say don't eat a pizza or don't drink beer now and there, but try to eat as clean as possible. 80-20% rule. 80% of the time eat as clean as possible, and 30% of the time you can indulge in a sweet or in a pizza or whatever you want to indulge. This is the fighter life. You have to make little sacrifices to win your fights, because your opponent will do the same. He will train every day, he will eat as clean as possible, and he will come to the fight to win. So that's why you must be always ready to fight to win. And these things I'm doing by myself. I know I have a kickboxing academy, and it's a little bit easier for me to stay in a good shape because I'm training daily and have lots of trainings in a day. I feel tired sometimes from all the trainings that I do, but eating as clean as possible helps me with my weight cut. And now I'm in my last week of weight cut, and I will make a video about this. That's why it's important for you to subscribe to see when the video will come up with the weight cut that I'm doing in my last week before my fight. And it's not that complicated, but you will see it in my next video. But I know it's easier for me. If you don't have the opportunity to go to the gym every day, try to do shadow boxing at home, road run, doing a HIIT training at home. You have solutions only if you are an ambitious fighter, only if you're ambitious and you want to improve your fight game. I know it's not an easy road, it's a hard road, but you cannot fight in the ring for your entire life. It has a stop. You will stop at a certain point of time. That's why you must make the most out of your fights right now. If you have the opportunity to fight, go fight, because at the end of the day, you will regret it. Put these 3 things at work every day, training every day, or 3 or 4 times per week, sparring once per week, and eating as clean as possible. And I can guarantee you, you're not going to be only ready to fight, but to win also. These are the things that I personally do, and I teach my students to do, and I saw improvements in their trainings, I saw improvements in their fights, and I'm really glad that they are applying this. And I can guarantee you, if you're doing this, you will see improvements in your fight. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like it, share it. Until next time, stay strong, be unstoppable, champ.